as the winner of this Bosendorfer competition, the one thing we're curious about is your personalities. I don't know you. It's the first time we talking to you. So could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Well, I think myself that I'm a bit more outgoing. Like I can pretty much basically easily communicate with others. I can get along well. So I think that helps with playing piano, because when you play piano you can't be restricted. You can't feel tight or in any way confined. You have to feel free and just express what you're playing and just play well. If you feel if you're on stage and you feel like that you're being forced to do it and something, it doesn't work. You see, so yeah.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yes.
As a pianist,
Yes.
That's very true. So now to the piano part. So when did you start playing piano?
When I was 4.
When you were 4. And could you tell us about your piano journey, if I put it this way? What was the story, that experience that was really, really indelible, in your memory?
Meaning, oh yes. Well, I can't say specifically one event, but I can definitely say just the entire process of just learning about piano and just hearing from so many different people what they think of music, how they think it should be played. It just makes me feel really, really satisfied, because of course music has so many different ways, and you can play a single piece 100,000 ways, but there's no correct way. And so it's always a pleasure to hear what other people think about music. That's definitely one very big factor.
Wow, okay. So in your opinion, what do you think is the greatest advantage in learning piano? And do you think the achievements you have today are mostly based on your talent, or work and effort, or a combination of both?
Well, I think, this is actually a good place. There's a quote from Einstein. He once said, success is 1% genius and 99% hard work. And this is of course true. If a lot of people have a lot of talent, but it's just a matter of how you can use that talent to your greatest advantage, how you use it, how you experience it. Only then will you be able to unlock music. Yeah. And regarding the advantage of piano playing, I think it just fills me with so much satisfaction, just being able to play music and being able to express myself through music. Just spreading music throughout the world just fills me with a lot of joy.
Wow. You're very mature for 14 years old, I have to say.
It depends on what type of situation.
No,
well,
just from meeting you for the first time, I that's my impression of you.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, that's okay.
Some people think that I have the brain of a 5-year-old.
No,
well,
that's okay. You can ignore those people. Okay, anyways. So next question is, so in your opinion, what do you think is the most important factor in a successful piano learning experience? And do you think it's a result of your teacher's guidance, your parents' support, or your own effort, or overall?
Well, I think that all of those combined together, they help enormously. All of those, each of them have their individual part. The pianist himself has to work hard and be able to understand. The teacher, especially when, if for example me, I'm a bit young still. When you're young, I think it's very important to receive good guidance from a good teacher, to be able to understand music. Yes. And I think that music, it's very personal, so it really does depend on what you think, and everyone has different thoughts, you see, and so I think that every one of those factors combined together, only if every one of those factors plays its own role perfectly, will then complete harmony in music be achieved.
Excellent. Okay, so next question is, you said that you have played piano for 10 years.
Yes.
I want to know, what is the happiest moment, or what's the best moment in your life when comes to piano is like, let me rephrase that again. So what is the best moment of learning piano, or one certain event that made me, wow, I'm really proud of myself?
I mean, there's no specific one event that I would say, but one of my greatest joys in piano is when I get to be on stage and I get to perform, because when I get to perform, I get to express music, and when I see the audience, they enjoy my music, I know that I've done something good with music. I've spread music throughout the world.
Then what do you think of your piano playing style?
Well, I think my piano playing style is a bit more tempestuous, I would say. A bit more with some more temper, you could say. And I think, but it varies, of course, because you have so many different people who say different things and so many different interpretations. And so I think it's a matter of just adjusting one's mind to every piece of music, and just being able to interpret each music, being able to interpret each piece of music in your own unique way. Then I think that is what a person's true playing style should be. A true pianist playing style shouldn't be just Beethoven. It shouldn't be just Chopin. It shouldn't be just Liszt. It should be able to switch instantaneously in a state of mind between one composer and the next, and just being able to express what you think convincingly through music.
Wow, okay. So with that, now I'm going to ask something very personal. What kind of piano work is your favorite? I mean, or who's your favorite composer?
Oh, well, I think I've been especially attracted to classical and romantic music. But I've also started to play more and more other works by composers, Debussy, and more different eras, more different kinds of music now.
Oh, that's good for you. Since you're 14, you should be exploring different style of music, right?
Yes, of course.
And then expand repertoires.
Yes, definitely.
So for the next questions, I mean, you guys are part of the Bosendorfer competitions. I want to know what your comments about the Bosendorfer piano, and what is the most significant character of the Bosendorfer piano, and what is it different from other brands of piano you played?
I think the most prominent point on a Bosendorfer is the tone. The tone is very unique from different pianos, and it not only has one tone, but it has many different tones that the pianist can express throughout. And it's very rare. I know Bosendorfers, they only produce, I think, 300 per year, and I think in this competition, this was actually my first time playing on a Bosendorfer, and I was to be frank, I was amazed. I was absolutely astounded at the quality of the Bosendorfer piano. Every single element, the action, the tone, everything was, when it was incorporated together, it created one of the best pianos I played on.
Wow. So for last questions, let's talk about your future and your goals. After winning this competition, what's your next step?
Well, I want to pursue a career in the piano, and I just want to be able to play my music, be able to express myself, and be able to use music to reach out to those who aren't fortunate enough to listen to music.
Well, thank you for the interview today, Ryan.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations on the competition.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. What do you say?
Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. We'll save it for later.
Okay. Yeah.